Spencer, get us up to speed.
Last time on the Chronicles of Sharpie and Quark, our heroes had lost Lord Butzelot. Hearing rumors of his flight in the night, what a fright, Sharpie openly lamented the lack of his party's tracking ability. Just then they realized an expert tracker had been following them all along. Conveniently, the Kenine Mulrain was standing nearby, and united the party struck out in search of Sharpie's father. They immediately lost the trail, and in a dark moment of desperation, Sharpie managed to tap into forbidden blood magic, casting a spell in the hopes of divining the location of his father. Compulsively following the evil spell's pull, our heroes came upon what appeared to be a Gnoll encampment. They hid in the bushes, deciding how to proceed. Unpause.
So we've come upon a Gnoll camp, and now I have to... Like, there's no actors playing my father.
Yeah, we were going to have an actor.
Don't worry
playing
about it. I got this covered, you guys.
These are the fruits of my desperate efforts to plan things. All right, so we're here at a camp, a Gnoll camp. Oh, thanks for our... Thank you.
Are these good Gnolls or bad Gnolls, Spencer? Do we know?
You do not know.
Because we helped kill some bad Gnolls, correct?
You did kill some Gnolls, yes.
Yes,
definitely.
and so are these the black skull cap Gnolls or the white bones Gnolls?
You were outside an encampment of Gnolls of undetermined tribe. You're a good distance off. You can see several dwellings made of interlocking bones of massive proportions, perhaps from the skeletons of dragons, or perhaps a titanic frog. From the center of the circular park of huts rises smoke, and you can smell the scent of burning meat from even here.
Oh, Sharpie, I'm hungry. The meat. I care not for danger. Let's drive headlong towards the smell of burning frog.
I mean, this is a whole camp, and you know, I'm so drunk.
We killed a bunch of bad Gnolls. These got to be good Gnolls. Let's just go in there.
Because their insignia is different.
I don't know. How close can we get without being seen, Spencer?
I'd say you're about as close as you could get without being seen.
Okay, I examine their compound. What do I see?
You see several bone huts, stretched together by animal hides. You don't manage to see any people, but you do see smoke rising from the encampment.
I have the power to talk to small animals, do I not?
Correct.
I summon a squirrel.
Whoa! What? Jesus!
Yeah. Are there any?
That was a quantum leap forward in your D&D competence.
I talked to Spencer earlier about my
6 weeks prior. like for I don't know what the fuck's going on. I summon a squirrel.
We were at the Pikey earlier, and Spencer told me that gnomes have the ability to talk to animals.
All right.
I'm gonna send a fucking squirrel in
there.
Are there any squirrels or small rodents about that I can convene with? Spencer?
Casting Speak with Animals on yourself, you manage to call over a small squirrel.
Hey, squirrel. Listen, man, you don't know me from Adam. Do me a solid. Go and sneak in that camp and tell me what the name of their Gnoll tribe is.
It's like what name? What name? Like of the tribe?
Yeah, find out. Are they the Gnolls, the evil Gnolls that we killed? Or are they the good Gnoll tribe that might be on our side?
Do you have any nuts?
Well,
do I?
The insignia, there's a white skull insignia, and then there's a black paw or something like that.
Right, yeah.
Like tell the squirrel to look for one of the other.
Look for the insignia of the Gnoll tribe. And listen, squirrel. Here's 2 nuts on the front end. There'll be 6 more when you come back.
Duke 'em.
Oh yeah, you know what? Yeah. Oh, they'll be nuts. You're gonna be up to your tits and nuts.
Ecstatic, the squirrel rushes off into the village.
All right, well, we got some time when we runs this recon.
Yeah.
You hear rustling in the brush behind you.
Uh-oh.
Before you can react, you hear a low, grating snarl. Move and you're dead. Just kidding. But keep your voices and weapons down.
Wait. That's a lot to react to.
Passive-aggressive burglar?
I think we've been ambushed by a verbal roller coaster.
I put one hand up and the other hand down.
You do that.
I slowly turn.
You slowly turn. Before you, you see a yellow gnoll with matted fur coated in grime, bits of grass, and dried blood. He wears brown leather armor and carries a wavy-bladed dagger. He smells awful and wears a necklace made of bones, ears, and fingers. I mean you no harm, he says, brandishing a dagger dangerously close to your face.
Wait, this guy's complicated. Mean us a little less harm.
He does bits.
Yeah.
What's his insignia? I just want to make sure I get the Crips and the Bloods.
He has a small black paw print on his chest.
Those are the good guys.
Those are the good guys.
Yeah.
Why did I talk to that squirrel? I might have sent him to a certain death.
Don't worry about him.
What are you guys doing outside this encampment?
I don't want to jinx myself, but why don't you mean us any harm?
Because I've been following you. I thought you might be able to, track Lord Butsalot, and I'd be able to reunite with him. You see, my name is Yrch, and as of the Butts alignment with the Blackpaw Knolls, I was sent over to keep an eye on Lord Butsalot, but he'd managed to elude my grasp in the night. In a fright.
So you've been our protector, but you lost track of us?
I've been watching you, take this several day trip, and I've been hoping you'd find your father.
Well, you could have thrown a helping hand a couple times. We almost got our asses kicked back there.
You seemed fine.
All right, Yrch. Yrch, is my dad in this camp? Are we in danger?
I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. I thought you knew where you were going.
You're a Blackpaw, right?
That's definitely true, but they left us out of some of these negotiations, and when he left with those warriors in the night, we had no clue where he was going.
I take my sword out and put it towards the back of our new friend or possibly foe, and I say, well, let's walk you in first, and let's find out if this is a friendly camp or not.
Jesus.
Yeah, no. I'm just saying, this guy had a knife dangerously close to your face saying he was your friend. I have a knife dangerously close to his spinal cord saying, walk us in there and say, how do you do?
He mulls over your offer and he says, that seems like a good plan. I could tell you right now that this is a White Skull camp. You can see by all those bones.
Wait,
they used
bad
to make
guys.
The hut. Yeah, those are our enemies. Whoa,
okay, let's stop.
Where's my dad?
Where's the squirrel?
Well,
squirrel's
the squirrel returns.
Squirrel.
The squirrel returns. Oh, Jesus
Christ, yeah.
All right, everybody, fucking calm down.
Squirrel, what did you see?
I saw a bunch of white skulls.
Yeah, we found that out already.
All right, you useless fucking dick.
There's more. That was just the first sentence of my small speech.
Sorry, squirrel. Here's a nut. Continue.
It appears that the village is on fire, and several slain gnolls lie in the streets.
There's a battle afoot.
Well, any enemy of our enemy is our friend, correct?
A squirrel of our white pawed gnoll is a black pawed gnoll. Let's go.
Yes. You know what the squirrels say, Dan?
While you're watching the squirrel, the Yrch, who was previously under your blade, manages to squirrel himself away and rushes towards the village. He says, "Don't waste any time and mind those traps." And he dashes away towards the village.
Right behind you, Yrch. Traps minded.
Do I need to cast any light to make sure I don't step in a trap or something?
You don't have any. Oh, I guess you probably could cast some light, but I mean, you guys aren't too well versed in traps, to be honest.
I bet I have a spell for detecting traps. Hold on.
Oh man,
I can send a bunch of squirrels and I summon a murder of squirrels.
2.5 squirrels show up.
That's metric.
I have a squirrel. You see, I keep forgetting that I always kill a squirrel when I do that. I send squirrels forward in an advance guard to detect any traps.
You send the squirrels forward. They run into a small wire that you hadn't previously seen. A large bag flies and hits the squirrel in the face. He's covered in a white powder. He stumbles blindly into a bush.
So we're good to go.
Well, I feel like we should make sure he's okay. He's basically like a hero. Until we know he's dead, we should probably check in with him.
Yeah, I examined the squirrel's condition.
It appears to be covered in a white powdery substance of unknown origin.
I snort the powder.
It was just flour.
What?
He got hit by a sack of flour. He's dazed, but we tripped the trap. We're good to go.
Well, who leaves a trap that's just a sack of flour?
Yeah, they're heavy. They can kill a squirrel, or at least daze him.
They didn't even kill a squirrel.
Huh?
I'm telling. All right,
use your magic. Can't you send a hawk over there or something?
we follow Yrch.
You follow Yrch towards the
We
village.
follow Robert Yrch.
As you're running towards the village, you feel the ground under you give way.
Ah, shit.
You fall in a pit!
No! No!
You fall about 30 feet into a deep, dank, dark pit. You both take 4 falling damage.
That's nothing. I have the power to heal light wounds, don't I?
I don't think so.
Don't I? Pretty sure I do.
I have a spell that says negate normal pits.
Circle of protection pits. That wasn't funny. Don't mind me.
What about, is it too late to use uncanny dodge? Whatever the fuck that is?
Unfortunately, uncanny dodge does not affect pits. It's more of a
it's
gravity
actually just
thing.
an alternative rock band from the 90s. Yeah. They were great.
And by 90s, you mean the 90s. Like this is like 0090.
Yeah. Right, because it's D&D time.
In the darkness, you can barely make out your friends.
Motherfucker.
As your eyes adjust, you can see a lightly colored ring on the floor on the opposite sides of the pit. It looks like rope. Next to you is a skeleton. It appears to have a small pouch wedged in its ribcage.
The skeleton has a pouch wedged in his ribcage?
Someone has wedged a pouch into the skeleton's ribcage.
But does it
Chester Copperpot. 20%.
Not me.
Goonies.
Oh,
Edward.
shit, yeah. Okay, so there's a ring that looks like rope.
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
You're in the dark.
So that sounds like a trap, right?
Yeah,
that sounds like a
the
great
skeleton
way.
guy
Yeah,
tells no tales.
Are there any squirrels in this pit?
There are no squirrels in this pit.
Oh, damn it.
He's got a pouch. Let's check out the pouch.
You grab the pouch.
Well, I look at the pouch.
You look at the pouch. It's dark. It appears to be brown.
Is it a turd?
You don't know that it's not.
I smell it.
It doesn't smell like a turd. It could be old, though.
Hey, Sharpie, stop smelling the pouch and pick it up.
I pluck the pouch from the skeleton's
It
rib
appears
cage.
to be full of some sort of dust or powder.
Let's take a look. What does it look like? The
I
powder?
snort the
It looks
powder.
like a powder. You snort the powder?
Yes? Uh-oh.
Can't take you anywhere.
You take 1 damage. You feel your insides being wrung out a little bit.
Oops, don't snort that. It's not good.
Who was gonna snort it? No one in this realm snorts things by default.
I'm a barbarian.
You feel very thirsty.
It's, you got any water?
You do.
Give him some water.
He appreciates the beverage.
It's Macaulay Culkin and Monster now. So, all right. So you said there was a ring that looked like a rope. What?
Yeah, it's really dark. You guys can barely see. And see, there's a light-colored ring on the floor.
Well, I probably have some kind of light spell, don't I?
Probably, yeah. I think you have light. You might have a torch in your inventory.
I want to do something fancy
Do something fancy.
with my magic.
You have burning hands. It's pretty flashy.
No.
Yeah, he does have dancing lights.
Okay, I cast dancing lights.
You make several dancing lights hover and float in the air. You see, it is very clearly a rope, but there seems to be a shimmering border in a cubical fashion around it.
I just don't get it.
Big red, anything?
It's like a. Obviously, there's a skeleton down here.
Yeah.
Now, the rope.
He tried to do something with that rope, too.
He did the obvious thing. He grabbed the rope. Now he's a skeleton as a result. Why he has a pouch in his ribcage?
Do we need that? Do we need that pouch? We need that pouch, right?
I don't know. You need it, probably.
Yeah, it's terrible. Right.
Okay.
Well, anybody?
Well, yeah, but it might have poisoned him and he might have died.
Anybody? Throw the powder around it to see if This guy thinks the cube is a force field around the rope.
All right, we got a guy in the front row that thinks the cube is a force field around the rope. Force field around the rope?
What is the powder going to do to that? I take the pouch and I sprinkle the powder on the cubicle, or the cube around the thing.
It gives a violent shudder and a terrible shriek. It appears to be a gelatinous cube, an ooze formed into a cube, with the sole purpose of engulfing anyone that falls near it. It lurches forward.
Whoa! It's in the way that you use it.
Well, it's been a long time since I've said it, but Ray of Frost. Thought that was cooler than it was.
It was exactly as cool as they responded.
It lunges towards you, but you step aside and cast a quick ray of frost into its left cubicle side.
Wait, we're being attacked by a big jello right now, aren't we?
Yeah, you are.
Oh, well, don't turn around and talk to it. We should bone out.
Yeah, we should bone out.
The frost hits it in the side and does 2 damage to the cube.
Yeah, whatever.
It doesn't seem very bothered.
I will be more powerful at higher levels.
Flaming sword.
Pulling your flaming sword from its sheath, you strike at the cube. You strike the cube. A flaming gash appears in its hide, and it quickly seals itself over with its oozing bulk.
Shit.
It takes some damage. Hold up.
Here,
It takes 5 damage.
I have a potion of enlarge person, and it's not what you think.
Or is it?
This was not given to me through email. I toss it to Quark. Drink it. Drink this potion of enlarged person.
Snort it.
I snort the potion.
You snort the potion and immediately grow to giant heights. You almost squeeze everyone else. You are so large in the pit. You feel like you could climb out, but you aren't as tall as the pit. You're still inside. Now you're giant.
Can I step on the big jello?
You can attempt to step on the jello.
I use my giant enlarged foot and squash the big jello.
You critically squash the big jello.
It's like Price is Right.
It flies into pieces. The rope is all yours.
We use the rope to climb out, I guess, right?
You exit the pit.
All right. Yeah. Whew. By the sound of that audience applause, I detect a time to stop playing Dungeons and Dragons. I feel like they have decided that it's time to stop.
Well, I will say this. That was a close call.
Yes.
But I have the feeling that inside that encampment with the gnolls, we're going to meet your father either next week or maybe a week after that, depending on whether or not.
Or if we push it long enough, we got until 2013 to.
Before we go on our Harmontown tour, we're going to meet Lord Butts-a-Lot.
Yeah, we'll go find him. We'll go. We'll bring Tim Curry back and.
Yes, I'm gonna say we promise you Tim Curry next Monday. No, I'm kidding.
I really want Tim Curry or Julian Sands. These are 2 people that you hang out with. That I
don't hang out with them. I've met them a few times.
Well, you hang out with them more than I do. My fantasy is to have one of them come on and read Yelp reviews. I want Tim Curry to read Yelp reviews.
Outback Steakhouse.
When we arrived on Tuesday, we thought it would be an ordinary steak. We did not know how poorly we'd be treated.
The service was appalling.
That would be great. Because I think a lot of people that write those Yelp reviews are picturing themselves as Tim Curry, kind of. Like empowered and British.
Thank you, Spencer, everybody.
Spencer Crittenden. All right, well...